This rectangular prism has a length of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has a width of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a height of 3. 1, 2, 3. I would like to use this rectangular prism to explain the associative property of multiplication. Specifically, I would like to use this rectangular prism to explain that 3 times 7 times 4, where 7 and 4 are in parentheses, is equal to 3 times 7, and that in parentheses, times 4. To do this, if we imagine that this rectangular prism is a building, to do this, let's talk about each floor of the building. So let's separate each floor out. So here we have the 3 floors of this rectangular prism. Let's now talk about one floor about it, and this will apply to the other 2 floors because they are all the same. They all have a length of 7 and a width of 4. So I split up this floor into columns. Let's count up how many miniature cubes we have in each column. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to figure out the total number of miniature cubes we have in this floor, we're going to add up all these 4s. And so we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. We have 7 4s being added together, and so that is equal to 7 times 4. So we have 7 times 4 miniature cubes in this floor. So each floor has 7 times 4 miniature cubes. To find the total number of miniature cubes in this rectangular prism, we add up all of these together. So we have 3 7 times 4s being added together, and so that would be equal to 3 times parentheses 7 times 4. Here is our rectangular prism again. Now let's split up this rectangular prism in a different way. Now let's place these layers flat down so that they'll be easier to work with. Now let's talk about one layer, knowing that talking about one layer, that discussion will apply to the other 3 layers because they are all the same. So I split up this layer into rows. Let's count up how many miniature cubes we have in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To find the total number of miniature cubes in this layer, we add up all the 7s. So this will be 7 plus 7 plus 7. We have 3 7s being added together, and so that is equal to 3 times 7. So that means that each layer has a total of 3 times 7 miniature cubes. But what about the rectangular prism in total? How many miniature cubes does the rectangular prism have in total? Well, to do that, we'll need to add up all the 3 times 7s. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 3 times 7 plus 3 times 7 plus 3 times 7 plus 3 times 7. We have 4 3 times 7s being added together. So this is equal to 4 times parentheses 3 times 7. Now based on the commutative property multiplication, the property that states that A times B is equal to B times A. I explained why this is the case in a previous set of videos. And hopefully the link to that set of videos is in the description of this video. Now, because of that commutative property of multiplication, this is equal to 3 times 7, that in parentheses, times 4. One way we divided this rectangular prism found that the total number of miniature cubes to be 3 times parentheses 7 times 4. Another way to divide this rectangular prism found that the total number of rectangular cubes to be parentheses 3 times 7 and that times 4. But the number of miniature cubes does not change based on how we categorize these miniature cubes. So that means that 3 times parentheses 7 times 4 is equal to parentheses 3 times 7 and that times 4. Thank you for watching this video. Here's a link to the playlist about the associative property of multiplication in which this video is a part of. Feel free to click on this link.